Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. We've been coming to you live from CES in Las Vegas, Nevada, and joining me to close out our coverage, we have Prabhat Agarwal. He's market researcher, particularly in the startup space with the Consumer Technology Association, known as CTA, the producers of CES, the largest global technology ecosystem event. Prabhat, it is great to have you with us. Thank you for helping me close out coverage. Appropriate that CTA is joining us to do so. And what I have noticed with the conversations we've been having is it's really shifting to tech as a utility, not just to make cool gadgets, but to solve real world problems.
100%, and thank you for having me.
Of course.
I appreciate the opportunity. 100% right on. We have, I think, evolved from being a cool gadgety organization or a conference to really getting to the meat of what the problem sets are, right? And solving real world problems. For example, health tech is still some of the biggest issues that we're trying to solve. And I work significantly with the Eureka Park companies, which are startups, and really see them solving, like, hey, I have this issue with my, with my arm or leg or something internally, and there's like, okay, this is a solution for that will help humanity. So we see significant action on that space. Additionally, I'm seeing action not just very early stage. I'm seeing companies that are later stage have like a more viable solution, if you will. One of the things we did this morning was run for the lack of a better term, matchmaking between investors and startups. And the investors are looking for the same things. And we've seen a sort of rise of not just health tech over the last couple of years, that continues to say, but also AI, sensor technology, and really improving the interaction between humans and computers, making it faster, more responsive, so that we have a better relationship, if you will, with our digital world. Because that's where it's going.
Yeah,
so.
Well, one great example that stuck out to me yesterday, we met with one of the companies, Mind VR, that focuses on digital therapeutics for older people, and essentially, I mean, they had a VR headset that blew away anything that I would expect a gaming headset to look like, right?
Yeah.
And you think of all the possibilities you could take from there. People with physical disabilities or occupational therapy or so forth, you're seeing these applications that we thought were either for gamers or for the movies being practically applied to everyday therapeutics.
Absolutely, 100%. And not take it one step further, it's in the operating room. I've seen cases where people are using the headsets for training doctors. And that's real world application, right? Yeah. And I think that's where it's all headed. It's not just consumer, it's really the business, the B2B applications are where it's at. And it's not just, again, gaming is nice and maybe initial foray into the consumer space, but really on the industrial side, the business side, it's a wonderful application.
Right, I mean, to your point, even when you think about training, it's a much more efficient, cost-effective way to reach as many employees
100%.
As you can, particularly when you think about retraining or, we have licenses, you always have to go for upskilling. So it just makes it more efficient. So outside of what we're seeing with VR and health tech, where are the investors interested?
Yeah, so again, health tech is one of them. AI, sensors is another one. For example, a couple of the companies that we sort of interviewed or introduced to some of the investors have to do with improving what I call the interactive tech. So we have technology, we have the computer, but we have the human. So like touch something, it's responsive, right? And the response rate is like this. It's quick, it's like lightning fast. So I think what we're seeing is, again, that evolution, we're getting closer to, maintaining our humanity, but getting closer to that digital world. So it's really fascinating.
It really is. All right, Prabhat, we appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks.
Of course.
And thanks for joining me throughout CES. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.